Hi everyone. Yes, I've skipped a couple of weeks, week 9, 10, and 11. Now, I mean week 11 just went past. So 3 weeks to cover. So just to summarize one thing from all of them, I had work. Okay, so as usual, everything full of work for my daily routine and everything. Okay, but let's get straight on it, alright? Alright, let's talk about week 9 first. Week 9, it was a couple of interesting things. But before I talk about week 9, just to push back a bit, week 8 Sunday, I went down for a train ride. I enjoyed the local train ride. It was pretty compact, as in the seats were not like your horizontal way in Singapore. It's much more vertical way, so you have just one lane to walk down. You'll be seeing some footage right now. Yep, and as you can see, people walking up and down here and there. And this is me taking a video of the train ride. It looks very old, very villagey type, and it's way past back like how Singapore was in around the 1980s or something like that. So that was a very interesting experience to see. And also they sell fruits while you're enjoying the ride. It's called a circuit train or something like that. Circular train or something. Sounds like Circle Line in Singapore, but it's not. It's approximately around the whole track. It's around 4 hours in the train itself, so you can enjoy the view, the scenery, and whatnot. So that's for week 8 Sunday. But coming back to week 9, week 9, yes, the weekdays usual routine on work. And then for week 9, I attend a wedding. The wedding, you'll be seeing some footage right now. That's the wedding, and also apparently it's a traditional wedding. I attended it, and from the couple whom I went to the beach with. After I took photos with them and everything, they asked me to join them for dinner. It's much more towards the inner circle kind of dinner, and I was really honored to be there. I was really happy that they invited me. Went down to eat the like fried rice, chicken, very nice barbecued fish and everything. It was really nice of them to have me to attend it. That's one thing, and that's for the wedding itself. Alright, yes, moving forward to the next day, Saturday. Sunday. Yeah, I went for a run. And it was pretty nice. I was running, and then a guy from China, he ran beside me. He was talking about how many years he was here, like 2 years and so on and so forth. And it's around my apartment itself, so it's very nice to have like the type of people around. So that's for week 9. I'm pretty sure I forgot some things, like 1 or 2 or something, but that's basically about week 9. Alright, that's about it for week 9. Now for week 10. On week 10, the usual for weekdays work, and then and yes, for week 10 I remember I attended a networking session to represent my company, and it was pretty interesting. There was not that much of networking, but I happened to meet an ex-colleague from my company, and he used to study in Singapore, from NP, if I'm not wrong. And he was there, walking around, and he said Singapore is a great country and everything and whatnot, as usual. And I really got to hear what he had to say, and it was really nice talking to him. And moving forward to the Friday, Friday we went to drink a bit before we head back to Singapore. And after that, we got up early in the morning and we took the flight back home was really nice feel to be back home for 3 days. To be really honest, it was really nice. It will, you feel that moment, when you are back in somewhere familiar, because it's rather weird. Yes, it was weird for me to be back home because I felt that I'm maybe in the wrong place or something. But once I got back home, my house was slightly messy because they were doing the home improvement program where they improve a bit of they do a bit renovation on your toilet bowls, not your toilet bowls, as in your toilets and this and that. And I feel really different being back home. Once I got back home, I dropped my bags. I sat for a while at home, talked to my dad, catch up with my parents and everything, and then I head out to meet one of my friend, and then got back home slightly late, but I was able to see everybody. And then on the next day, because I got back home on Saturday, on Sunday, once I was back in Singapore, I visited a lot of people. First thing, I started off with going to the market with my mom because I wanted to know some things, how to buy certain things, and then and also I wanted to get things from Singapore back here or in Myanmar. And then another thing was oh my god, the next one, what I did. Oh yes, I went to lunch with my aunt, to eat and everything. So I did that, and then after that I went to visit my grandma. Check on her, how she's doing. My cousin helped me to translate, so because I'm not really good with them also. So that's something to reflect back on me. And the fourth thing I did was the fourth thing I visited my friend, and because I wanted to book for my Australia trip and settle everything. So thank God everything's done. So I am going to Australia on March. So something to look forward for, even though I may not be traveling a lot in Myanmar because I'm saving up. So yeah, it's a give and take here and there. Last, to end the night off, I visited my classmates. We had a quick Thai barbecue. We call it mukata, and it was really nice catching up with them, knowing what they're doing, and they're quite enjoying it because that is the mark for week 10 itself. Week 10, yeah. So that's almost halfway through the internship, because the internship is 20 weeks. Oh, sorry. I should have this instead. But yeah, 20 weeks. That's 0 to, how about this? Yeah, it's 20 weeks. So yeah, it's 20 weeks. So that's something to look for. And now back home, taking a breather on Monday. We got back on Monday, and it was week 11 itself. So yeah. In 3, 2, 1. And now for week 11, the final week which we are currently at. It's a Sunday, and last week in Singapore. This day last week in Singapore. Currently I should be in the market with my mom, shopping and stuff. So yeah, and I really enjoyed it. But came back here, usual weekdays work. Had to do some project correction here and there because we're looking at the wrong angle. But I was able to find out what's the issue. So I would be going back on the following day, which is tomorrow, which is Monday, and improve it with my colleague and share my thoughts and ideas to her. So hopefully she takes it. I may be doing a presentation slide also, so yeah. My camera showing battery low, but I'll make this real quick. So yeah, on the weekends I don't have to do anything much. I've been concentrating on my report and log sheet to complete. So that's something to do. So yeah, that's basically week 11. Alright, so moving forward, I will be heading to I probably be heading to another state very soon for a visit for during the 4 days of holiday in December. It's called Kelor. Hopefully I can. Why do I say so? Because I need to get the tickets for the bus. I need to get the tickets for I need to get a place to stay. So some things to settle. So that we have yet to start. I need to work with my housemates on that. So that's something to look forward for. But however, that's basically what I have so far. And yeah, it's something to look forward for, as I said. To wrap things up, for 3 weeks, it was really great. It was really fun. Going back to Singapore, working with everybody, coming back here, feeling a bit weird, but just going to take it up. And I got another like 10 more. 9 more weeks. 9 more weeks to go. Next will be week 12. So after that be 8 weeks. So internship's coming to an end very soon, and 8 weeks is not just it's going to fly past very fast. While I'm in Singapore, I reflected a lot. I would say I reflected a lot in the sense of way where I appreciate the word convenient, because over here your supermarkets are very far. Your bus maybe as for me as a foreigner, the bus over here, the bus system over here is very confusing. The train system over here is not like how is your air conditioner train. But going back to Singapore, I really appreciate the fact that how things are back home, and it's something that many people take granted for. If people do come to a place where the convenience is not there, things are not easy to find, they will really appreciate like how I do right now. And I think Myanmar is a place where it's growing slowly, and maybe in 30 years down the road, it may look like how Malaysia is now. Maybe a little bit how Singapore look now, but maybe close, but not very close, but it's around there. Just that they have to do some tweaking here and there. To message to my friends, my family, I'm doing great. It was really nice seeing all of y'all back home for the 3 days. I really appreciate the time spending with y'all. I felt that I didn't spend enough time with my family, as in my mom, my dad, my sister, because I went around visiting. But I think there's something for me to take back, and I would appreciate that a lot more, because once I'm back home, I'll spend time with them, going places, maybe because my mom mentioned that she wanted to cook mutton, she wanted to bake cookies, because she didn't do these 2 things in Deepavali with me. So I'll do that, and I look forward to go back to Singapore very soon in 8 weeks time. So there's something to look forward for. But until then, I'm going to make my hash brown now, my breakfast, and until then, I'll see all of y'all very soon.